to my channel, and for today's Unfiltered Corner podcast, we are doing a Mother's Day special. This, if you haven't seen my first two episodes, please do check them out. It's about living in the UK and living in the Philippines without our parents. Hopefully, there will be now subtitles on it. So there's as a request from my not so Filipino friends. And yeah, please do check them out. Like, subscribe, share it for some people who can't relate but really curious of what it's all about. And for today's episode, we are joined by a very beautiful and full of good and positive vibes only friend of mine. Talagang sobrang talented. And please welcome Justine.
Hi! Hello! O, diba? I'm here. Natuloy. Thank you for guesting me. Wow!
Wow, guesting you. No, actually, initially, just a little bit of background.
Yeah.
We actually, my first episode should have been you and Mama Pearl.
Yes.
But then we had some audio issues because I was just starting then. We were in the sofa. That was supposed to be our first episode. But then I couldn't, hindi ko siya ma-save yung video. It was really good. It was good fun. But we will do it again. And obviously, Mama Pros is just recovering from her recent surgery. But I will definitely do it again with you guys. But this is our third episode for the Unfiltered Corner podcast, as I said in my intro. If you don't know it yet, just please do check them out in the descriptions. But for today, it's a Mother's Day special, as I said, for Justine. Justine.
Thank
hello.
you.
Tell
Thank
us about
you.
yourself. A little bit of background.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Justine. I work with Joe. So I'm actually very happy and thankful that you've thought of me to guest. I think this is a very special edition. And yeah, we're going to have a very interesting conversation. And I'm very excited. And di ko alam, I'm very nervous as well.
Bakit?
I don't know.
Huwag tayong kabahan. Para na magchichika lang tayo all
I
the
know.
time.
Dapat may chika.
So yeah, it was just a little bit of background, like for me and Justine. Justine and I actually met at work, and we actually didn't have that kind of, I don't know, we didn't have a getting to know.
No.
How are you, chika?
No.
When we first met sa corridor, I mean, we've met via MS Teams, obviously, when we, yeah. And then once you started working in our department, we met in the corridor. And so like, oh, ate, ganyan. And then all of a sudden, it's like, sabay tayo. Coffee tayo? Diba? Coffee tayo after work.
Exactly, that's what happened. And I can't believe that's what 3 years ago na.
3 years
Grabe,
ago.
sobrang bilis.
Yeah. And you know, I always find that I did say that she was a very good friend of mine. And sometimes I do kind of feel that minsan, you say that you're good, very good friend with someone when you've known them like for a while, for a long time.
Yeah,
3
true.
years probably is not a long time. Maybe it is for some. But now I realize sometimes it's not even how long you've known someone. It's how you connect with them without being forced.
100%.
So we've gone to many many cafes after work, but we always forget to take pictures. Wala tayong ebidensya na
Wala.
magkaibigan talaga tayo.
Wala
So
nga.
people I think are kinda surprised minsan na, oh, actually friend mo si Justine. Sabi ko,
Walang
yeah.
naniniwala.
Yeah. Bakit kayo? Hello. Pareho kaya kami ng vibes. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. So
Di ba
parang, kaya nga. So parang, yeah, we started with just coffee. But our first coffee was literally deep conversation already. I remember.
It was.
At Kima, Warren Street.
Kima
Hindi
Warren
lang kita sa
Street.
Kima
It
Warren
was
Street.
a good 45-minute conversation na talagang malala.
Kasi magsasarado
heart
na
to
pala
heart.
sila.
Medyo muntik na tayong palayasin doon because they're closing down na. But, you know. It's very fun.
She's here today because as I said, it's a Mother's Day special. As for some of you who doesn't know, March is the Mother's Day for
Yes.
people here in the UK. So obviously in the Philippines, it's May. I did mention in my first episode that I will be doing a Mother's Day special with Jam's mom and my mom to, talk about what we've, gone through when we were little. But then time constraint kasi my mom's still in the Philippines and her mom is obviously still, we can't set a date. So I thought medyo mararush. So we'll just do it maybe sometime in May. My mom's keep asking me already, oh, anong topic? Sabi ko, ma, I thought you watched the video. Why are you asking me what topic? But it was cool. She's cool about it. So tell us that you're a mom. Tell us a bit of, how you became a mom. Who's your daughter, obviously. And, oh my God, my Sisi. Ang yung daughter, ang tawag sa akin ay Sisi.
I know.
So just tell us about a bit of that. How old is she?
Yeah,
and how old you are, if you don't mind.
So her name is Summer, and Joe has actually met with her. They call each other Sissy. She's a very sassy girl. So yeah, I'm very lucky to have a 6-year-old daughter. And ilang taon na ba ako? I was 27 when I had her. So ano na ako ngayon? You think so?
Yeah. Because I think when I was younger, at least, I think you always think, oh, by 27, I'm going to get married. 28, I'm going to have a child. Because we thought we were probably adults by then. But then when we get to that stage, I'm like, oh, I'm not an adult yet. But yeah, I think it's the best time to have a kid. Like when I think about it now.
Yeah, so 27 and 33 na ako ngayon. Hindi pa sure, no? 33 na ako. Maniwala ka na tayo sa realidad na tayo trentahin na. But yeah, so what else? She's not living with me at the moment.
Yeah.
So she lives in the US. She's a Vegas girl, that little lady. So she lives with her father, who used to be my partner. So yeah, we have a very dynamic relationship, me and my daughter, and we're gonna talk about that
it's a
later.
very modern sort of setup,
Very,
right?
very
it's
modern.
what you see now with celebrities, but people actually it does happen in real life. I think it's just not common as it used to be, or is not as, I think when we talk about this, for example, if this is about probably, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, if you say that this is your setup, people would probably raise their eyebrows and say, oh, what kind of setup is that, when you're not together, that means you're just not physically together, because people are abroad, like what I did with my first and second episode. If you don't, I haven't seen it yet. It's because even if you're not together, you can still be a parent to a child, right?
Yeah.
And 27, obviously you're already working then.
Yes. I'm already here in the UK. Dito ako nanganak sa London, and paano ba? It was there's a lot of things na talagang I wasn't sure really how to navigate. It's motherhood is it's a different level. It's a whole nother different level.
And being alone here on your own, obviously. And so you basically had her here and you gave birth here. Was he here when you gave birth?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
He was here. So basically, it was just the two of us, because as you mentioned, it's not the traditional way, because in the Philippines, oh my gosh, you got everyone with you. When as soon as they know that you're pregnant, they'll be like, oh my gosh, when are you due? You know what? May plans like, when are you due? You know what? You can leave the baby here. You can, everybody can look after the baby.
Enough support.
100%. You got. It takes a whole village to raise a child. That's what they say. But if you're abroad, and I'm pretty sure a lot of moms na manonood nito would completely relate to the fact that your support here is very much limited.
Yeah. Limited, next to none, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially if your partner is also working, or if you're a single mom, it's really hard when you've got a full-time job, and then you've got a baby that needs to be looked after. The only good thing is obviously maternity pay is paid. You've got at least 6 months paid, right? And then you get another 3 months of the state paid, what they call it.
Yeah.
But I think for some countries, I don't know, even in the Philippines, I don't know how much they get paid or how long.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But
at least here you get that. It's not a lot. It's not gonna pay your bills, basically. It's not gonna cover the whole thing. So if you don't have savings, it's very difficult. Financially, it's difficult. Emotionally, it must be really difficult as well. And physically, it must take a lot, because
it is a lot.
Yeah, if you're on your own. So when obviously you gave birth, did she go straight to America with dad?
No. So she was here since she was 6 months. It was because we had different plans back then. So, and I think one of the major factors was then the pandemic. So that really affected how things are going to be moving forward. But, I always believe, looking back, this was, I can't believe this was 7 years ago na. That went by really quickly. And I think for me, talagang totoo yung saying na everything happens for a reason, no? You can't, it is what it is. You know, if it happens, it happens. And
and I think you say that now, it is what it is. But back then, you probably can't understand why it's happening.
No.
You have so many questions maybe. What was the thing that was running through your mind when you know that you're probably not going to be working as a parent together anymore? Like, if when you look back, what is the main thing that comes into your mind and say, oh, I had that question in mind. Like, what were you questioning?
Everything. I'm questioning everything, you know, because as you mentioned, 27 is actually a good age to get married or to start a family. But I think, hindi ko alam kasi when my mom gave birth to me, she's literally 22 years old. So they got married young. They got married very young. My dad was then 19. My mom was then 22. And so nung ako, when I knew that I was pregnant, I was like, okay, is this the right age? Is it too late for me? I don't know. But for me, ang main realization ko was, ang hirap pala. It's very challenging for you to becoming a mom, but also in that sense, you actually don't know who you completely who you are. So I'm still finding out who I am talaga. But then you also have that responsibility of someone else's life, and you know, it's quite a juggle between those two things. But you know, wala, ganun talaga eh. Sabi nga ng mommy at daddy ko, I was always brought up like this, that you know, you're always very much very much independent. That the fact that whatever cards na nakalatag sa'yo, you will just deal with it.
You just play with it.
You just play with it. You just deal with it with grace.
Yeah. But then, you know, that resonates with me again with my very first episode, that our generation tend to be told, or people are expecting for us to be independent. People are expecting for us to be strong, and people are expecting for us to be ready for anything that comes to mind, because they readied us for that. But is there a time where you felt that, you know, I'm independent, I know I'm strong, but I'm tired. I need to be looked after as well. I need to be babied as well. I need to lean on someone. I can't be, because you can't be strong all the time.
No.
Especially with a baby with you.
No. That's, kung sino man nagsabi nun, hindi ko alam, baka kamag-anak mo si Wonder Woman. Pero
but that's not true. Now, I mean, I see moms as Wonder Woman.
But I think it's a different kind or a different form of strength then.
Yes.
If you show that your weakness.
Yeah.
Kasi most of the time, we're, you know, as millennials, we're always bought by, hindi ka pwedeng umiyak, you can't complain, you can't do this because, you know, this is how you're brought up. You just have to deal with it. But sometimes it's just so exhausting, and sometimes you just need a space and a corner to just cry and to just pick yourself up and, you know, try to...
You will get on with it.
You'll get on with it.
That ton of time.
Yeah.
And did you ever felt that, I wasn't ready for this. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think many times sa buhay ko, I always feel, oh my gosh, whenever there's something big, not just motherhood, any life events that always comes, parang palagi akong, am I ready for this? Am I prepared? Am I equipped enough for this? But with this particular one, with motherhood, I think talagang sinubok niya ako, sis, because when I had Summer, obviously my then partner, he was not able to work, syempre, because he was visiting, so he's a tourist. So I actually didn't have a proper maternity break.
Yes.
No, I didn't. I had to go back. I had to go back because I need to work, and I need to, I need to make a living.
Yeah. Not just for yourself. But
so it was really, really tiring because I work in A&E. I used to work full 12-hour shifts. I wake up in between her naps. I need to feed her.
Yeah.
Then I need to wake up around 6 o'clock because I need to get ready for work.
yeah.
Then I need to take the bus or the tube to go to work. And then I needed to, sort out all her food and stuff. And by the time I get work after my shift, that's already like half of the day, more than half the day. I will literally just jump in the shower, eat a quick dinner, then I need to feed her again.
Yeah.
So wala, there is no break. There's no time.
There's no time to breathe, basically.
Yeah.
So obviously back then you were still together. You had other plans,
Yeah.
right? That's why she went to America.
Yes, that's correct.
Mhm. And then when that plan changed, obviously, what was running through your head? What was the first thing that actually came to your head na, oh, I'm not gonna go to America with them because obviously things have changed and things are not the same anymore. And what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Oh my gosh, fear, like lots and lots of quiet fear of everything, fear of losing her, fear of the unknown, because I don't know what's gonna be happening tomorrow. Am I gonna be able to see her? There's so much things going on in my head. My a few of my very closest and truest friends actually asked me, and he was like, I don't have any idea, Justine, how you have survived this. Like, I mean, when I speak to you, when I look at you, you don't look like that you're carrying that weight.
That's why I said on my intro, only positive vibes, because people like see you as that, always light, always just have this positive energy, and that's not a bad thing.
No,
and I think that's just makes a bit more, makes you more approachable. But if the people doesn't know you, what you've been through, I think that's when it comes to, sabi ko nga, yung unang coffee natin na, unang pinag-usapan natin was your mom and how you dealt with it. And then I talked about my dad, it was like full on.
Yeah.
But for me, it was rather than me being depressed about it or being parang, ay, ang bigat nitong kasama. Parang for me, it was refreshing because you can't basically be that open and transparent to someone that quickly, but we did. And this is why I'm saying na you don't really need someone to be in your life for so long for you to be able to do that.
No.
So when you were scared, did you have any support whatsoever? What kind of support did you have?
Ano ba? Do I have it? Wala. Wala. Actually, as cliche as it may sound, I just relied on myself talaga. Sa totoo
Just get
lang.
on with it.
I just got on with it. So obviously, at this time, syempre, I'm here and the whole family is back home. And when you talk to them, you kind of like filter it out. You don't want them to know every single thing, right?
Because you don't want them to be worried about you.
Back then my mom was still with us, and she's quite a sicky person, and I just don't want her to worry. My dad as well, he's a very he's a man of few words. He rarely talks, but as soon as he opens his mouth, he will only do that on certain occasions na talagang hindi na siya makakapagpigil, with his emotions.
And you know that it's gonna be something na it's either you want to hear or you don't want to hear.
Exactly.
Because he's at that point already now. Actually, I've been silent enough. I'm gonna tell you my piece.
And also, I don't know about you, but me, I always believe that hindi naman favorite, but I always have like that special place in my papa's heart because I'm the eldest.
Yes.
I'm the eldest. Hindi ko sinasabi na iba yung trato niya sa iba kong mga kapatid. I believe they all love us equally, but syempre iba yung panganay, 'di ba? Iba yung panganay. So, no, wala akong support. If people are gonna be asking and querying that is very true. I didn't have any support. I just relied.
You just got on with it. Yeah.
I just got on with it, and wala ganun talaga eh. Kasi sabi ko nga, how do you expect me to look like though? Like, do you expect me to look like guri-guri and sitting in the corner and crying? I can't do that
because you've got responsibilities, not just for your kids.
I've got a family to feed. I've got a daughter who's literally looking up to me, and I just don't
And she's
want.
growing.
Yeah, she's growing. I don't want her to think that, ay, ano nangyari sa nanay ko? Okay lang ba yan siya? No, of course I want to be the best version of myself,
Yeah.
for her.
And when you obviously had Summer, how did that change your relationship? Because was she planned, baby? No. So did it have an impact on your relationship as well? Of how did you think it affected your relationship when you first time that you knew you were pregnant and then you had her? What was the changes between that relationship? I know you're not together anymore. I'm just
Relationship with her father.
Yeah.
Wait, paano ko ba yung sasagot? It's
As
actually
long as you're happy to talk about it.
no, it's fine. Looking back, because I think it's not really. I think it was reshaped yung relationship namin because we weren't together for a very long time. We were very early. We were in the very early stages of our relationship when we had Summer, and of course there were talks na okay, what are we gonna do? Saan tayo titira? I believe this is the best decision to do. Blah blah blah. But then at that time, I was like, I'm starting my career here in the UK. So I was like, I've got other plans, but then I think this is the biggest blessing na meron tayo. So, ano talaga?
You loved each other as well. It's not like you didn't. Yeah.
Oh, no. It's not like, alam mo na. But, we were really together.
Yeah.
And we had plans. So, it really changed our relationship because we were jumping from literal na parang yung sabi nga nila na honeymoon phase na bago kayong magkasama as a boyfriend girlfriend to like parents real quick.
Yeah.
So you got like so many responsibilities straight away. How are we gonna budget this? How are we gonna who's gonna do who's gonna go where?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna live? And it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
And then obviously when she left for America, obviously when you said about your routine, you go to work, you come back to work, you feed her, you wake up. When she went already, how did you find your identity after that motherhood craziness when you have to do everything and then all of a sudden she's not here, and then you've got time to actually be on your own? I know you've worked so hard. Anyway, you've done a lot of overtime shifts, but that routine is not there anymore. So how did you find that identity out of motherhood? I mean, not out of motherhood because she's still a mother even though she's not there. But it's just that physically and also like mentally, where were you? How did you find that? Asan ako? Sino ba ako ngayon?
Alam mo, if I'm gonna be honest with you, hindi ko na siya fully matandaan.
Yeah.
I feel like this was only 6-7 years ago, pero parang blurred na lahat sa akin.
Yeah.
But ang alam ko lang nun, I never stopped working. I think there was a point wherein one of my line managers or one of my senior were like, is she okay? Because she's always here. She's like doing 5 consecutive nights.
But literally also the time that your mom's receiving treatment.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I have a lot of things going on.
Yeah. And that
sabay-sabay.
kept you distracted. I think it did. So it's what distraction sometimes is a good thing when you wanted to focus on something, right? And if there's a little bit too much, and I think instead of work making you feel tired, it's actually a distraction for you because you've got a lot of things going on at the back of it. And I don't think you have time to actually I don't know, I'm just assuming, to actually contemplate of what you want in your life because you're basically financing your mom's obviously chemotherapy and all her treatment, and then you've got a daughter that you need to obviously think about as well. So I think yung pagpunta sa work is actually your way of ito yung rest ko ng utak ko with the personal things that I'm going through maybe, and then you've got because like I was saying to you earlier, like when we were having dinner, sometimes you come to work because sometimes it's more fulfilling because you get things done. People sometimes appreciate you, sometimes most of the time not, but it's just so fulfilling to be able to actually help someone or people to actually appreciate what you're doing. It's that validation, isn't it? I've done well today, because sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. Like, you think that you're not doing enough. But actually, when you talk about to someone what you've done today, actually that's a lot. But why were you thinking na just because may isa ka lang na hindi natapos, may isa ka lang na hindi nagawa, hindi ka okay na tao?
Yeah.
But I think we need to look at that in.
Yeah, I think we need to be more kind sa sarili natin. I think,
especially like I said, I always say this. You've gone through a lot.
Yeah, but that's true. I completely agree with you, because back then, wala. I just resort to just working, booking bank shifts talagang, because I would rather just go to work rather than be at home alone. And well, I have nothing else to do. I have nothing else to do. Parang uuwi lang ako to just, do my laundry, do grocery, cook, but what am I gonna do for the rest of the day? Nothing.
Yeah.
So I resorted to just going to work, which I thought was actually a good disturbance or parang distraction sa akin. Turns out, sis, binalikan ako because with my back. I'm telling you, it goes on and on, because I thought, okay, sige, I'm still young. You know what? I'm not even in my 30s. I can work as hard as I want. I can book all that shifts. I can just earn money, because for me, money is time. It's a drive.
Yeah.
It's a drive, right?
And
alam ng mga nurses
and
yan.
I always feel like, hindi katulad mo na may obviously pinagdaanan na ganon. But even when I was younger, and I keep telling everyone this, when I was younger, I used to work in oncology, like acute oncology, right? You would just do shifts just for the sake of doing shifts, because you feel like you're young. You keep just doing. Literally, money-driven. I was money-driven then. But then when oh my God, nakakapagod din pala.
Nakakapagod. And then, hindi mo yun marirealize, but your body, yun talaga. Kasi ako noon, talagang, my gosh, I can't believe that I've undergone a major surgery at 28 years old for my spine, because I have a really bad spine, and my basically the disc has bulged and it's impinging on my nerve. So sabi nung doctor, was like, oh my gosh, it's good that you've sought consultation, because if you left it for longer, you could have lost your arm. So ang lola mo talaga, sabi ko, actually yun talaga yung parang sinampal ako na
ng realidad na, girl, okay lang magpahinga.
Oo, parang okay lang, normal.
Kasi how are you going to look after the people that you love if you're not well yourself? And I always say that, I even say that, I think on my first or two episodes, that our parents, I think, work so hard, and all they're like, save up, work, and to give everything to everyone, not just us kids, right? But then they forget to look after themselves. And I think, again, as millennials, I think that cycle we need to break of, it's okay to take a break. You want to look after people, but you also need to look after yourself. I know practicality-wise, obviously, with finance, and there's so many things that's going on around. People are getting ill. Yeah. But when you think about it, paano kapag nagkasakit ka?
Yeah, totoo.
How are you gonna look after them?
Totoo.
And also, it's okay to indulge in yourself once in a while. It's okay to pause and think and says, I need to breathe. I need to rest. These 2 days off, okay lang. Humilata ka, matulog ka. It's okay. As long as after that, you get back up again. And then, it's a matter of knowing your boundaries then, of how much you give to others. It's okay to give, but always have, something for yourself as well. Because you don't want to come to a point na, again, you need major surgery and, things like that. But it's not, you've learned na health is wealth talaga.
Oo, totoo yan. That's why ngayon, talagang you follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
My gosh. Yung mga nag-follow sa akin, siguro sabi, grabe naman talagang, because I
Di
pay
ba nasabihan
attention.
ka na parang ang yaman ni Justine kasi lagi siyang nasa labas, lagi nandito ang daddy niya, na lagi siyang nasa kapihan, di ba? Yung mga ganyan, porma, di ba? Do you remember? And then they were like, anong gusto tayo? What do they want us to post? na, mukha tayong sa buhay, na, ipopost mo ba na, ito yung bank account ko, parang ito na lang natira after ng bills. Okay, reality is, yes, dumadaan lang sa yung sweldo mo, but kailangan ba na, ipaalam mo pa sa mga tao yun? So, parang, katulad nga sabi ko, you always just spread positive vibes. And, people doesn't need to know what you're going through to be able to understand you. People just needs to accept whatever you're showing. Because at the end of the day, you know what? This is my life.
Oh, you know what? I'm done.
Mayaman
I'm done
ako o
explaining.
hindi?
Oo, ako wala.
Well,
Alam mo,
na.
I have no obligation to explain to anyone how am I able to afford these things. Not that I am able to afford like very expensive stuff, but I don't even need to explain to you, diba?
Diba? It's like when we post something, for example, we go to markets. Like we like markets, right?
Yes,
and we go to a coffee shop. People think it's not high end. Maganda lang magpicture. Madala kami umaura. Daan nyo na lang sa aura. You know, sometimes lalabas ka, hindi mo naman kailangan masyadong gumasta. Like, you know, you just go for a walk and sometimes that's what all you need. And then, you know, like sabi ko sa'yo, people think that because I've been here for a long time, I've got loads of money that I've saved up enough and that, you know, I'm very glam and I don't have any issues. I don't have any problems with my life. Like, you know, guys, I've been through, like on my first episode and second episode, I think, you know, we've paid for a visa, we've worked so hard. Just because I've been here longer than you guys doesn't mean mas nakakaluwag-luwag ako.
No.
Alam mo yun? Again, we've gone through things in our lives that people don't know about. And they only just base it on social media and what they see, and just because we're always happy all the time. And it's fine. Sometimes, you know, sometimes people get so much out of it because it encourages them like to be happy and to be, actually, yung gusto kong itry yun, maglakad-lakad lang sa palengke na ano.
Ito nga, di ba, ang lola mo talagang more Pilates ang lola mo. And people are asking like, oh my gosh.
See, I love that you like it.
I love it.
Diba?
Yan talaga isa sa mga outlet. And people are asking, oh, grabe, you know, how much it...
Yes. Yun yung offer. Kasi tingnan nyo sa Instagram yung mga offer na ganyan. Yung 3 sessions for 49 pounds. O yung mga sessions ng mga ganun-ganun na free. Magsa-sign up kayo. Tapos mag-sign up kayo ulit. Sa iba-iba. Hindi yung, syempre, alam mo, kasi mahirap. Ang mahal ng Reformer Pilates. It's mahal talaga siya.
You know
so
what?
you always find a good deal. So, after nun tayo for my birthday, right?
Yeah.
In Sunburn Yacht Hotel. I mean, the vibes was there, but the food wasn't so great. I'm just giving my honest opinion. If you pay for it the full price, it's expensive. Guys, Groupon is there. Groupon is your friend.
That's true.
You just have to, obviously, when you buy the Groupon, talaga nag-promote, hindi to paid ad. Nag-promote ako. When you buy the Groupon, obviously, you have to set a date and make sure that you go on that date because sometimes minsan hindi mo ano. So just make sure
nabigyan pa kayo ng tip, ha?
Diba? And then there's always lots of freebies when you sign up for things. So, you know, always use your blue light card. There's so many out there, and the NHS Health Service discount. So, pag nakikita nyo kaming umaaura, Groupon yun. Kung hindi yun Groupon, like me and my husband went to Hawksmoor for our birthdays. Come on, that's a 3-course set meal for 36 pounds. It's their January deal. If you know Hawksmoor, you know. Hawksmoor is one of the best steakhouses here in London. So
I've never been though.
Because the new one in 36 pounds is, come on, with drinks. So,
diba?
you know, January lang though, so tapos na. But they always have good deals. So, grabe, kung saan tayo napunta. But,
saan tayo napunta? Okay.
No, it's just the perception of people of us is different. Tsaka, tinadaan sa mukha. Charat!
Ano ba?
Malit na bagay.
Kailangan pa bang i-confirm?
Mas kung mabash. Maraming basher.
Pasok.
So, so now that you've gone through that 7 years, for example, you're 7 years now, diba? And your girl is just sassy, she's sweet, but she's got this, may angst. Talaga.
Oh, she's a proper Aries.
Talaga. Tapos,
this girl.
Yung tipong, I know what I want, I'm confident, like, Natawa ko kasi, we went for a social pottery, right? So we went pottery, painting, and then I thought, you know what? Let's do like a little mini, like headbands, ganyan-ganyan. Grabe, game na game. Sobrang, siya yung talagang kumbaga sa meeting, siya yung nag-lead. Siya ang chair.
Bangko, sis. Yun ang tawag natin, diba? She wants to be the center of attention all the time.
But she's polite though.
Yes,
Unlike
yes.
ng some kids, I want to be center of attention, but
Ay, no.
I'm gonna be, and then like when we're talking, she knows when to stop.
Yeah.
At
Chismosa yan sa sis.
ay, oo, di ba? Kaya nga, sabi niya, you're my sisi na. Sabi ko, saan galing yung sisi? Sabi niya, because my mom calls you sis, and I'm little, so I'm sisi. So, okay, fine. Di ba? Parang, and then yung umu-order ka sa mochi.
Mochi.
Something like that.
Somewhere sa Camden.
Gusto ko yung, there's a, di ba yung may mirror doon? Let's take a selfie, sisi. Di ba? Ang dami naming selfie. Mas marami kaming selfie kaysa sa'yo.
I know, diba?
So, sobrang fun. How does it feel like to be a girl mom? Kasi
Oh
sobrang
my-
girly-girly ka din.
You think?
Maarte ka din.
Oo. Actually,
Hindi,
ako?
I mean, maarte ka, but hindi kasing arte ko na ma-makeup, makikay.
Oo.
Kasi, di ba, pag nag-skin, parang nag-skincare kayo, nalala mo. Yung 12-step skincare na first time mo, ay hindi, second time mo na yata
Diyos
mag-step
ko,
over.
parang nakakatulog
Ay,
na
pero
ako.
kinabukasan.
Ay, fresh.
Pero yung feeling, nakakasabi mo, hindi pa matatanggalin to, antok na antok ka na.
As in, she's like, no, leave it on. We have like 30 minutes. Parang ako, yung mata ko talaga, parang, talaga ba? Okay, sige. I mean, I guess.
Gusto mo yung sabi mo, grabe, ilang serum ba to? Parang 10 serum para sa isang muka. Hati ba tayo dito? So, kundi lahat yan, sis. You have to try, di ba? How does it feel like to be a girl mom? And your girl is like literally girly.
Nako, best feeling talaga yan, ang pagiging
I
girl
love
mom.
it.
I love it.
Yeah,
Because,
I love it for you.
yes, kasi, alam mo yung feeling ko, grabe, parang nakikipag-usap sa younger me, literal.
Talaga?
Oh, it's a mix.
Kung
Kind
hindi
of a
nyo
mixed
po na...
emotion.
Okay, wait. Kung hindi nyo po natatanong, ang tawag ko dito ay EK Princess. Kami ng asawa ko. Kasi si Justine ay isang...
Grabe.
diba?
Yeah.
Enchanted Kingdom Princess. She used to work for Enchanted Kingdom.
I used
as
to
a princess.
perform,
Yung
yes.
perform ganyan-ganyan.
Oo.
So simula nung nalalaman namin yun, ang tawag namin sa kanya ng asawa ko, si EK Princess.
Oo.
Kung may Disney Princess, obviously worldwide. Of course, we have to love our own. We have Enchanted Kingdom of the Philippines.
I can't believe
So,
that
EK, baka naman pag umuwi kami ng Philippines, may free entry kayo sa amin dyan. Nandito ang inyong dating EK Princess,
That was 10 years
Justine.
ago. That was
See?
That was my life 10
Pasample
years
daw.
ago. I think gagawa ako ng channel ko na lang. Charot lang. Wala pa. Pero that was my life 10
But
years
you know
ago.
what? Ngayon naisip ko na, maybe, pag sabay tayo umuwi ng Philippines, mag-EK tayo. And then, sabihin ko,
oo.
nasa lang may-ari ng EK? Where is your manager?
Nandun
Kailangan
pa rin
namin ng
silang
fast track sa lahat kasi-
Nandun pa rin silang lahat.
Diba?
Yes.
Uy, sa mga EK naman, pakitag ha? Hindi ko to ikakat talaga kasi hindi ako ma-rides, pero dahil kung EK special, bakit hindi?
Yes. I'm still friends with a lot of employees there. Kasi
Like,
talaga,
share, subscribe mga EKs.
ang tagal ko dun, sis. Ang tagal ko dun. So, I was there 2013 hanggang makaalis ako papuntang UK. So, 5 years.
It was fun, no? We
It was really fun. It was really fun. So,
Did you tell Summer about that? That you were
Yes.
a EK princess?
yes, I mean, that's where we met. Yung tatay niya tsaka ako. That's where we met. So,
Yes.
you know, we used to perform for Enchanted
Yeah.
Kingdom. And yeah, I always tell her, I show her pictures and she's like,
know, I saw.
oh my gosh, Mom, I can't believe you were a
And she's
princess,
like
blah,
that
blah, blah.
now.
She is.
Sobrang prinsesa, sis, no?
Oo, minsan, alam mo ba, sa totoo lang, minsan nakakatuwa, pero minsan pag tinitingnan ko talaga, sabi ko, kaya siguro yung mga nabubwisit sa akin, nun ganito ako siguro talaga. Kasi talaga siyang napaka-arte. You know, she's very kikay. But she's such a sweet girl. That's true. She's very
Lambing.
polite. You know, she grew up in America, but her traits and her values very much Pinoy.
Yeah.
Very much
And I
Pinoy.
Also, you
And her
have-
appetite.
Yes, I know. Ang taho din, no?
Yeah, she loves Pinoy food.
Yeah.
I think that's her, yun talaga, dun siya rooted talaga sa food.
But I'll go back to that na her values and the way she speaks, then kahit na makulit and makikay, you know, it just shows na kahit malayo ka, you still instill that in her. And also your ex-partner na who's looking after her as
Yeah.
well. Maybe, you know, very totok din siguro siya and, you know.
Yes. Alam mo, we didn't start really good nung yung pag-alis nila. Alam
Yeah.
mo yan. We had so many stuff na basta
Magulo siya.
Magulo.
Yeah.
It's also messy, but I think I'm confident to say that we are in a much better position now, and he knows that I'm always thankful for his effort, for looking after Summer.
Because it's not easy.
And it's not just him.
Yeah.
His sister, his brother, his whole family, they look after her. And nakakatuwa because alam
And
mo,
you still have good relationship with them. That's one thing.
Oo.
Especially
I mean,
yung sister niya.
oo. Alam mo, ang hindi ko makakalimutan because during the pandemic, so she left when she was 6 months, right? I haven't seen her since she was 4. So, can you imagine? It was a very long time.
Ano ka din nun, OFW parent ng first episode namin na parang...
Gosh, yes, it's so difficult. Like, I can even imagine na pinagdaanan ko siya. So, the first time that I saw her, she was already 4.
Yeah.
She was already 4. And then the first time that we saw each other sa airport, of course, I was crying a lot. I was very emotional. And there she was, a little girl. She was just like, "Hi, Mom." And she's like, "Are you okay? Like, why are you crying?"
Hindi
Ganyan
niya alam
siya.
na parang...
At 4, ha? At
it's,
4.
It's tears of happiness.
Yes, so I needed to explain to her na, no, I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm
just
crying.
excited.
I'm excited because you're here. So, ayun, dire-diretso na yun. And parang walang nagbago, sis. Parang walang lumipas na taon. It's not like yung talagang we're away from each other. We still have that bond, that connection. Talagang it's just instant. Kaya totoo yung lukso ng dugo ng nanay eh. Totoo yun. Totoo yun.
Teleserye na.
Yes, very pang MMK
I mean,
siya.
yung buhay mo is pang MMK, sis. And then,
Yes.
hindi pwedeng MMK lang kasi isang episode lang. Yung kailangan sa'yo teleserye.
Oo, totoo.
Diba? Yung
Isipin ko nga kung sinong magiging
Sino gusto mo?
magkakasa.
Ako si Catherine Bernardo talaga. My
Sa'yo?
queen. It's my queen.
Ay, ako, Angelica Panganiban.
Ay,
Sis.
taban.
Oo.
Love or yarn.
Ay, Santa Anggi tayo.
Okay, oo nga. Pwede
Diba?
Pwede. Magaling.
Magaling.
Or Angel Oxin. Pero
Ay,
kasi
oo.
may bebe ka. Alam mo naman ako, talagang
Angelica talaga.
maano
tayo,
ako,
sis.
Catherine Bernardo. Sino magbabash kay Catherine Bernardo talaga? Nire-report ko pa dati. So, buti na lang ang aking bebe cat ay nag-turn off ng comments sa Instagram. Kung hindi, marami akong makakaaway. Charot. So, we're gonna take a little break for now before we get into a next topic. Para lang makahinga kami ng konti kasi medyo mainit na. And dahil hindi nyo napapansin yung boses ko, suffering from a chest infection and a throat infection at the moment, but pinush namin to kasi nga we wanted to obviously just do this. And again, actually, this is gonna be the last time now we're gonna be filming in this flat. So sad. This is not gonna be a last episode, ha? I don't wanna say that it's a last episode. It's not gonna be my last episode. Hopefully not. It's just because we're moving flats. Unfortunately, I love this flat, but obviously on to
nice
better, better things. We've had fun, but yeah, this is gonna be our last episode in this flat. But let's pause for a minute and then we'll come back.